India has a mindset where it hits, it punches below its weight. We have to punch not above our weight. We have to punch not below our weight. We have to increase our weight and punch proportionally.
ये हमारा सिद्धांत है, हम घर में घुस के मारेंगे।
You know, victims of terrorism do not sit together with perpetrators of terrorism to discuss terrorism.
नमस्कार, जय हिंद, जय भारत एंड वेलकम टू डेफ टॉक्स। दिस इज आदि। आज हम बात करेंगे राजा साहब से, जो जस्ट एक्चुअली मैं जैसे बीमार था, राजा साहब भी बीमार हो गए थे, तो वी काइंड ऑफ गॉटन अप एंड रिकवरिंग। सो राजा जी, फर्स्टली थैंक यू सो मच फॉर जॉइनिंग इन। आई होप यू आर डूइंग बेटर। बट
थैंक यू सर, नमस्कार।
जो मेरे को आज राजा साहब से बात करनी है, देखो यार, इतने टाइम से हम लोग बोल रहे हैं एंड आई हैव अ स्मर्क ऑन माय फेस, आई एम श्योर यू गाइस कैन नोटिस। इतने टाइम से हम बोल रहे हैं कि भाई पाकिस्तान टूटेगा 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 टूटेगा, बट अगर मैं आपको आज बोलूं कि पाकिस्तान खुद ही बोल रहा है भैंस क्या हम टूट गए हैं, तो मैं क्या बोलूं। एंड दिस इज नो प्लंकी ऑन टीवी, दिस इज नो यूट्यूबर, दिस इज द होम मिनिस्टर, सो कॉल्ड इंटीरियर मिनिस्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान, मोहसिन नकवी, जो खुद ही बोल रहा है हम तो टूट गए। खुद ही बोल रहा है यार। अब भैया आप गाली वाली हमको निकालना है, ठीक है, निकाल लेना, कोई बात नहीं, बट भैंसिया खुद ही बोल रहे हैं यार टूट गए। ये क्या है राजा जी, ये क्या हो रहा है?
They're caught in their own narrative.
हैं, हमारे वीडियो ज्यादा देख ली क्या?
मुझे लगता है उन्होंने देख भी लिए, समझ भी लिए, और उनको समझ आ गई हम जो बोल रहे हैं वो सच ही बोल रहे हैं, झूठ नहीं बोल रहे हैं, हम बिल्कुल सच बोल रहे थे। और they have just accepted the truth, जो हम बोल रहे थे वही वो बोल रहे हैं। See, this they said during that final march जो इमरान खान का था, उसमें भी उन्होंने यही बात बोली थी, राइट? और मैंने तभी ट्वीट किया था कि congratulations पाकिस्तान, KP people, you are not Pakistanis anymore, you are Afghans. So basically they are saying you are independent. So now they are treating everybody like Afghans. So Pashtuns are Afghans. There is no Pashtun, Pakistani Pashtun left in Pakistan. Pakistan is only Punjabistan. और they are finished off. टूट गए हैं। तो अब रह क्या गया, इनका ज्योग्राफिकल बाउंड्रीज रह गई है, दैट इज इट। वो भी ये सरकार खुद ही तोड़ देगी अगर ये अगले, वैसे तो कंटिन्यू करेंगे नहीं मार्च के ऊपर एज प्रेडिक्टेड, बट जब तक ये जाएंगे तब तक इनकी बैंड बज गई होगी। यार दे आर वेरी वेरी स्टूपिड। आई मीन एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एनीबडी हु रेजेस हिज वॉइस अगेंस्ट एस्टैब्लिशमेंट इज एंटी पाकिस्तान, ठीक है? सो because Pakistan claims to be a democratic country, which it is not. We all know that. Now the problem is, this is the only country which has waged a war against its own people. And they are losing that war also. तो इन्होंने खुद अपने इतना डिवाइड क्रिएट कर दिया ना कि किसी और को कुछ बोलने के लिए कुछ रखा ही नहीं है। जो हम शुरू से बोलते आ रहे हैं, इन्होंने अब उस चीज को एक्सेप्ट कर लिया। They have accepted the fact. क्योंकि सिक्योरिटी वाइज ऑलरेडी दे आर इन बैड शेप इन केपी, एक्सट्रीमली बैड शेप, ठीक है? ये एक कमांडर मारते हैं, वो आके इनके 35 मारते हैं, कल इनके 35 बंदे मारे हैं। तो सिक्योरिटी वाइज दे, या टीटीपी इज क्लेमिंग 30, टीटीपी क्लेम वी किल 35, पाकिस्तानी themselves claim we killed 16, that 16 have died and more than 60 are injured. सो साउथ वजीरिस्तान में हुआ है ये, और आज तीरा वैली पे चल रहा है, ऑलरेडी हेवी फाइटिंग चल रही है, वहां भी इनकी कैजुअलिटीज हैं। तो ज्योग्राफिकली दे हैव लॉस्ट इट, ठीक है? एथनिकली दे आर लूजिंग इट, पॉलिटिकली दे आर लूजिंग इट। अब वहां बचा क्या इनके पास? सो नाउ दे विल sort of what they want to do with Pashtuns, they are justifying by saying that it is an enemy territory and enemy people. पाकिस्तान को बचाने के लिए जो है, पाकिस्तान, सॉरी somebody was calling. So हमको पाकिस्तान बचाने के लिए जो है अब इन लोगों से लड़ना पड़ेगा, ये अफगान है जिनसे हमको लड़ना पड़ेगा। सो इन्होंने एक्सेप्ट तो कर लिया कि दे आर ओवर। पाकिस्तान एज अ कंट्री इज टाइम।
मैं ये जरा वो जो ट्वीट है, वो जो मैंने आपको भेजी थी, लेट मी जस्ट प्ले दैट सो दैट फॉर द ऑडियंस रेफरेंस, हम लोग किस चीज की रेफर कर रहे हैं, किस चीज को रेफर कर रहे हैं।
यू विल कम टू नो।
शहरियों के साथ होते हैं, बिल्कुल नहीं जाएगा। कोई मुज़ाकरात एक सेकंड मुज़ाकरात पुरअमन लोगों के साथ होते हैं, पाकिस्तानी शहरियों के साथ होते हैं, इन अगवानों के साथ और इन इंतहा पसंदों के साथ नहीं होंगे।
Now, can you imagine? He has said we will only negotiate with Pakistanis. We don't negotiate with Afghans, Pashtuns. Very openly.
हाँ,
And this is the Interior Minister of Pakistan. मतलब खुद ही उसने बोल दिया है कि भैया, that is it. We are done.
हाँ, तो ये वो उस दिन बोल रहा था ना कि 1500 अफगान लीड कर रहे हैं इस चीज को, फाइनल मार्च को, और ये मिलिटेंट क्राउड है और ये है और वो है और इसके पीछे जो लोग हैं, तो ये तो उन्होंने उसी दिन एक्सेप्ट कर लिया था कि अफगानी है. We are dealing with Afghans and Pashtuns. We are not dealing with Pakistanis. So basically, Pakistanis are the Punjabis, the poor Punjabis. They can subdue. Anybody else?
This has been approved by the army chief. कि भाई ये बोल दे.
Yeah, they have a motor mouth disease, no? They suffer from motor mouth disease. So, and yes, army chief will also be saying कि यार ठीक है, ये अपनी फेलियर जो है वो किसी, इनका क्या काम होता है? इनका काम होता है ना अपना फेलियर किसी और पे ब्लेम करो.
राह की साजिश होगी जी.
तो राह की साजिश तो अब खत्म हो गई. अब राह पे तो ब्लेम नहीं करते, अब हर चीज अफगानियों पे ब्लेम करते हैं कि सारा कुछ अफगान कर. तो अब suits the journal also.
I mean,
उसमें क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
ये how long? अभी देखो यार, ये लोग जो भी है, इमरान खान was supposed to do that civil disobedience and everything like that. वो civil disobedience
26th is the date, ना?
हाँ.
25th or 26th आई है डेट.
हाँ जी. This is now going to be the third try इमरान खान की to create chaos in the country. ठीक है.
नहीं, इमरान पे तो आ रहा है कि वो तो प्रेशर बनाएगा क्योंकि उससे बात चल रही है, फाइनल स्टेजेस पे है. So Imran, they might have to let him go. If Imran takes the deal.
मैं वही बोल रहा था, what is the deal?
देखो यार, what is happening in Syria, what is happening in Middle East, what is happening in Afghan region, we all know how Muslim Brotherhood is a part of it. ठीक है, Imran is a Muslim Brotherhood thing and they want to stabilize all these areas now. The Americans want to stabilize it. After the Jolani takeover in Syria, they need to strengthen it furthermore against the Iranians. So that is why they want Imran Khan back, because Imran does fit in the equation of Afghan Taliban and somewhere in Pakistan and somewhere in the Middle East. And they want Imran Khan because they know that he will be able to dance to their tunes to a certain extent. He'll bring that stabilizing factor.
Are you trying to
he
tell
might
me
be able to.
ये जो अमेरिकन हैं, ये इमरान खान को निकालना चाहते हैं, पहले तो उनको यू थ्रू हिम इनसाइड प्रिजन, अमेरिकन ने ही करा जो भी करा, अब उसको निकालेंगे और बोलेंगे बेटा हमने तेरे को निकाला है, अब तू जो हम बोले वो कर.
Absolutely. देखो, Americans threw him into prison. ठीक है, उसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है. There is no doubt about it. But Americans, given the geopolitical changing happening, Americans also would want him back because they would want a certain consolidation of this belt happening, and he can deliver it. Given that what Imran was oscillating between the Pakistan, Turkey, Qatar and China relation, उस चीज को it went out of the window. Imran is somebody who can bring that stabilization factor back. Why they want a bit of stabilization in Pakistan, because Pakistan is in a great flux right now. और जितना ये ऐसे चलता रहेगा उतना इनके लिए destabilizing effect हो जाएगा अफगानिस्तान में. I don't think they want to destabilize Afghanistan beyond a point because it will have huge repercussions. उसके लिए they need Imran Khan. So Imran Khan will be there, but with his wings clipped greatly. Will Imran agree कि मेरे wings clip करके मुझे छोड़ दो? वो देखना पड़ेगा कि will he accept that? That is the only question left. Will Imran accept the deal? There is no doubt that the deal is on the table.
Okay. Now, अगर आप देखो इनका जो काफी हद तक जो आज कल इन लोगों ने कुछ May 9 के 20-25 लोगों को जेल जूल डाल दी है.
25 have been मिलिट्री कोर्ट में 25 लोगों को.
हाँ, 25 लोगों को जेल दे दी है. नाउ ये मिलिट्री कोर्ट का आपने ट्राइब्यूनल करके कर दिया है, इन स्पाइट ऑफ द फैक्टर कि भाई सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इनको बोला था कि ये मत करना, डोंट डू दिस।
नहीं, फिर सुप्रीम कोर्ट से ही आया, उसी ने ओके किया कि मिलिट्री ट्रायल ऑफ सिविलियंस इज ओके।
हाँ, ट्रायल कर दो, लेकिन उसको क्या बोला था कि आप
हाँ।
ट्रायल करो लेकिन सजा मत देना किसी को।
नहीं, वो सजा भी देगी ना मिलिट्री कोर्ट ही, और कौन देगा? So how will it happen कि वहां ट्रायल होगा, सजा कोई और देगा? So after that constitutional amendment, the new ruling was कि they can try them in military. So वो आर्मी में जो करवाना था वो उन्होंने करवा लिया उनसे। So army is doing that.
तो अभी फैज हमीद का क्या गेम रहेगा बीच में?
फैज हमीद का कोर्ट मार्शल चल रहा है, देखेंगे क्या होगा। See, Faiz Hamid has become a casualty between Imran Khan and the establishment. Okay, so maybe even if they punish him, after 1 year you will see what happens with Pakistani journals. Somebody else will come in and he will let him go. That is how I see it. फांसी वांसी तो देंगे नहीं, वैसा तो कुछ करने वाले वो है नहीं। तो वही होगा, और क्या होगा। जो ये करते हैं वो बैंडेड लगाएंगे और छोड़ देंगे उसको, just to make a example out of it. That is what Muneeb will try to do.
लेकिन अगर आप ये चीज देखो, अगर ये दोबारा से सिविल डिसोबीडियंस प्लान कर रहा है, पिछली बारी पश्तूनों को इन लोगों ने गोली मारी थी। How do you think the Pashtuns will come this time?
They are not coming this time. So this time the plan is that overseas Pakistanis will stop sending remittance to Pakistan. So that is the first step. So डॉलर आना पाकिस्तान में बंद हो जाएगा, डॉलर का पैसा आना पाकिस्तान में बंद हो जाएगा। कितना वो होता है, हाउ मच इट बिकम, बिकॉज ही हैज अ वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड ऑन एनआरपीज नो, एंड इसकी एक बड़ी लॉबी है वहां पर। तो दैट इज द फर्स्ट स्टेप, दे वांट टू हिट द पाकिस्तानी इकोनॉमी, ही इज आउट टू डिस्ट्रॉय पाकिस्तान फ्रॉम इनसाइड। दैट इज हिज फर्स्ट स्टेप, दैट इज व्हाट ही हैज आस्क्ड देम टू डू। सो लेट्स सी व्हाट ही डज एंड हाउ सक्सेसफुल इट इज गोइंग टू बी। But he's also taking soft measures. वो street power अभी use नहीं करेगा. Street power will be in the end. अभी these are the things he will do because this is virtual signaling basically. You know, it's not throwing country out of the gear. You've called it narrative warfare खेलेंगे और कुछ नहीं करेंगे. But it's like because the deal is on the table, negotiations are happening. That is why.
कौन से बीच में यार?
मेरी साइड से तो नहीं है. Not on my side.
कचर करके कंटिन्यूस आवाज आ रही है। एनीवेज, ओके,
सेटिंग चेंज करो एक बार।
नहीं वो करा हुआ है, एवरीथिंग इज सेट। अब वो बीच में आती है,
ठीक हो गया।
प्लास्टिक आवाज व्हिच इज कमिंग। एनीवेज, ये व्हेन यू लुक एट दिस अफगानिस्तान में, अभी ये जो इसको ठोका था, क्या नाम है, हकानी को ठोका इन लोगों ने, एंड आईएसकेपी ने खुले में आके बोला कि भैया हमने ठोका है इसको। तो आईएसकेपी ने अगर खुले में आके बोला है हमने ठोका है, तो दैट इज पाकिस्तानीज। नाउ यू लुक एट अनदर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट। अनदर एस्पेक्ट ऑफ इट इज कि ये जो रशियन जनरल को मारा एक, ठीक है, नाउ रशियन जनरल को जो मारा वो बंदा उज्बेक है, ठीक है, और उज्बेकिस्तान में भी आईएसकेपी है, लेकिन देयर इज नो कनेक्शन, ओपन कनेक्शन अभी तक बाहर नहीं निकला है कि भाई उज्बेकों ने इसको, ये आईएसकेपी ने मारा है, किसने मारा है, अभी तक कुछ कनेक्शन बाहर नहीं निकला है इसका। But
they are saying Ukrainians.
I won't be very surprised because Ukrainians have been using all these jihadis to do a lot of things. तो ये जो सीरिया में जो फोर्स आके अभी सडनली बैटल हार्डन होके आई है, वो सारी यूक्रेन में लड़ रही थी, बाय द वे, which a lot of people don't realize. TS की काफी सारे कार्डर्स यूक्रेन से लड़के बैटल ट्रेनिंग लेके सीरिया में आए, and then they did what they did. तो आपको ये क्या दिखता है कि भाई ये जो अफगानिस्तान का रिटेलिएशन आएगा, टीटीपी की तरफ से तो अटैक्स तो चल ही रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरे को एक जो रिपोर्ट आई है कि 3000 की करीब रीइंफोर्समेंट्स आ रही हैं टीटीपी की, एंड दे आर कमिंग, आई मीन दे हैव क्रॉस्ड द बॉर्डर। व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज हैपनिंग?
See, if you remember that Taliban has relocated the families and people from, you know, towards the back of South Waziristan, तेरा वैली के पीछे, इन्होंने इनको रीलोकेट करवाया केपी से, ठीक है। तो वो जो रीलोकेशन के बाद जो मूवमेंट है, वो साउथ वजारिस्तान से नीचे की तरफ आनी शुरू हुई। सो वो जो 3000 का नंबर, वो अपने वीडियो भी देखे हैं कि दे आर क्रॉसिंग ओवर। वो वीडियो है पुराना, वैसे वो नया नहीं है, दैट्स एन ओल्ड वीडियो, मैंने पहले भी देखा हुआ है वो वीडियो। बट देयर इज अ मूवमेंट ऑफ टीटीपी गाइस व्हिच आर नाउ कमिंग टुवर्ड्स द लोअर। देखो हो क्या रहा है, जहां खुर्रम है ना, खुर्रम एजेंसी, वहां पे काफी टाइम से वी नो पाराचनार में द इशू इज गोइंग ऑन वेरी बैड, ठीक है। and ISKP is trying to get a foothold वहाँ because Shia Sunni बहुत ज़्यादा है, 200 लोग वहाँ मर गए, 200 people have died, and that thing has still not died down. So what I think is that TTP is realizing that before the ISKP gets a complete foothold in that area, they would like to come in and take that area, because वहां से ISKP जो है वो launch करेंगे into Afghanistan. वो इनका plan है. They'll go after the Shias on the Afghan side of the Quram Agency, and that is where then they will start fighting inside into Afghanistan to get a foothold inside and to get TTP. So TTP is doing a proactive encirclement of that area.
Okay.
So that the Pakistani plan, the Pakistani ISKP plan is cut out before they come into play. Because अभी क्या होगा, अभी बर्फ वगैरह गिर जाएगी, passes will be closed. So abhi to lot of movement is not going to happen. The game is set for spring.
Okay.
So जो पाकिस्तान का spring offensive है ISKP को लेकर, उसको counter करने के लिए इन्होंने TTP को relocate किया, TTP fighters ने relocate किया. They've come closer to this side, so they can take them on.
That is very interesting. So that means this is what we are seeing. Basically, एक tactical type move है जहाँ पर ये कुछ preempt करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
It's a complete tactical move. That is why Tira Valley mein they are fighting for control today. They will take control of Tira Valley so that that pass also gets closed and it's under TTP. आपको याद है लास्ट टाइम 600 घुसे थे. तीरा वैली में लास्ट टाइम 600 घुसे थे, कैप्चर किया था, फिर छोड़ दिया था. इस बार नहीं छोड़े. मैंने आपको बोला था लास्ट टाइम इस बार आएंगे तो नहीं छोड़ेंगे. So now that is where the game is stuck. So तीरा वैली तो गया पाकिस्तान के हाथ से. इस बार नहीं छोड़ेंगे. They will not vacate. So they've done a Kargil basically on them.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली मैं वही बोलने वाला था. बट मेरे को ये बताओ, अफगानिस्तान का अभी तक हकानी की तरफ से कोई रिएक्शन नहीं आया है इसकी खलील हकानी के डेथ के बारे में.
There won't be a reaction. Open reaction तो आएगा नहीं ना. But there will be a reaction. अब रिएक्शन कहाँ पाकिस्तान को आएगा?
आज सुबह तो लड़ाई कर रहे थे, मैंने आपको भेजा भी था. There is massive heavy clashes between in तीरा वैली जैसे आप बोल रहे थे. तो ये जो तीरा वाली में क्लैश हुआ है, इसका क्या सिग्निफिकेंस होगा इन द लॉन्ग टर्म, और दिस इज जस्ट अ शॉर्ट टर्म बैटल?
नहीं, दिस विल बी अ लॉन्ग टर्म थिंग. दिस टाइम दे विल ऑक्यूपाई इट ऑन द टॉप एंड दे विल नॉट लीव. लास्ट टाइम दे केम इन एंड देन दे लेफ्ट. सो द पाकिस्तानीज केम बैक टू देयर पोस्ट. दिस टाइम दे हैव कम इन, दे वर नॉट गोइंग टू लीव. ये दे आर देयर टू स्टे. दे विल टेक ओवर दैट होल हिल. वहां पे इट्स अ हिल देयर. दे विल टेक इट ओवर. So they take the high passes and monitor the Pakistani movement on the other side. That is what is going to happen. The Pakistanis had moved their light tanks and all that also on that area, but it's not going to make any difference. So Tira Valley pe the Pakistanis this time are going to lose that pass. So wo gaya inke haath se. So that is how they are encircling, making sure defensive line against the ISKP. For the spring operation, March के बाद जो फिर offensive है उसके लिए, trying to tie it up.
That is very interesting. अभी अगर आप देखो इसका पूरा जो पाकिस्तान का अभी सेटअप है, अभी दे खुद की हालत खराब है, बांग्लादेशियों के पीछे पड़े हैं. बम्फ. The end of it is complete bump. मैंने तो एक जोक भी बनाया था जब शहबाज शरीफ और यूनुस वहां पर मिले थे, बोथ ऑफ देम आर फाइटिंग कि भाई कौन सबसे बड़ा भिखारी है. तो मैंने इसके बारे में ट्वीट भी करा था कि आई एम द बिगेस्ट बेगर. वो दूसरा बोलता है भैया आई एम मोर फेमस. कहता है आई हैव बीन डूइंग इट फॉर लॉन्गर टाइम. बट हैविंग सेड दैट, इस टाइम पे बांग्लादेश इज बिकमिंग अ बेटर बेगर देन पाकिस्तान. ये तो बड़ा क्लियर है क्योंकि पैसे तो मिल रहे हैं उसको. एटलीस्ट पाकिस्तान को तो पैसे भी
they are a more favorable beggar. Everybody is willing to give the money. Nobody is willing to give Pakistan the money. So they are more favorable beggar.
अभी कल परसों में ये जो रिपोर्ट आई, पहले तो ये यूएस के सैंक्शंस लगे, इसके बारे में बताओ. एंड दूसरा जो देयर इज अ रिपोर्ट व्हिच इज कम with regards to French media who has exposed the deeper connections between Pakistan ISI and Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed and ye wo and all that stuff. Although it was not very surprising to us, but the sheer factor कि ये report आती है in Western media, that too in Europe. Now Europe is very interesting.
Yeah, I'm very surprised ये report Europe ने की है. If you read my piece 2-3 weeks पहले वाला, I have given a detailed on how they have been working in Terai region. उसके बाद ये Europeans ने ये report उठाई. And pretty much they are saying the same thing what I have said.
हम लोग तो बोलते रहते हैं यार, हमारा तो हम तो
हाँ
बेवकूफ हैं, हम तो सारा टाइम बोलते रहते हैं, बट ये द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ this report coming in European media as well as the American sanctions, put them together and tell us what is happening. ये क्या
see
FATF
the
की
American
दोबारा तलवार लटका रहे हैं इनके ऊपर?
see the Pakistanis are thinking that because they are playing the ISKP game, they still are what they were in the 1990s. ठीक है, what they don't realize is both the Americans and the Chinese are sick and tired of them. They are using Pakistan purely as what Colonel Rana aptly says as Hira Mandi. So this time Pakistan doesn't have a negotiating power. So the Pakistanis tried this antics with the Chinese. The Chinese told them to get lost. The Pakistanis think that they can get this ballistic missile. See, the problem with Pakistanis is they want to match and mirror Indian military capability. Okay. So we have ICBMs. Now they think they also need long-range missiles. But Pakistanis have exposed themselves as jihadi land. And what is surprising for me is that what the Americans have said, that there is, what if for Pakistan falls to the Islamic forces? That tells you what you and me have been discussing, that it is going to be the soft Taliban which might come tomorrow and rule Pakistan. So Americans are looking that way. They are thinking that way. And that is why Americans are not interested to give them any military hardware or software, anything like that. And the Americans are not going to let them develop any further capabilities of military, any further military capabilities. That is not going to happen. So sanctions were coming before. ये दूसरा sanction है, इससे पहले भी इनको sanction हुआ है. इनकी 7 कंपनियां जो हैं वो blacklist हुई थी because of the same issue. They were trying to source parts and they got done. And this has happened again. So it is a very clear signal from to the Pakistanis saying that we do not entertain your military adventurism anymore. We will not let you grow. We'll cut your wings and you will be doing what we ask you to do rather than you dictating to us. The Chinese have very simply told them the same thing: to get lost, we'll take Gwadar with or without your demands. So that is what has happened with the Pakistanis. But the reason they have given is very interesting, and that is something which we need to pick up. Very, very interesting reason.
तो ये, I mean, what do the Americans actually want from Pakistan? चाहिए क्या उनको?
मरो, हुंदो, और क्या? जहादी तैयार करो और क्या?
फटो
उनके काम के लिए बस, और कटो, और किस लिए? और क्या चाहिए? और अमेरिकन्स को कुछ नहीं चाहिए उनसे.
फटो, जल्दी फटो.
Since we set up we made you a jihadi factory. Now you do just produce the jihadis. That's it. You don't know anything else. Don't try to be a power. तुम्हारी औकात इतनी में ही रहो. So basically that
फटो, जल्दी फटो. बेल्ट पहनो, भैंस की आंख फटो.
उससे ज्यादा कुछ नहीं. ये तुम्हारा काम है, बस इतना ही करो. That is it. As brutal as it sounds, that's true.
That comment made me forget the question, यार. मैं अगला कुछ सवाल पूछने वाला. हाँ, now it came back. Sorry. My apologies. But
that's right.
ये जो शिया सुन्नी का लेटेस्ट खुरम एजेंसी के अंदर चक्कर चल रहा है, this is something which is getting escalated like crazy. ठीक है, and the interesting part is that there is no one in their right mind who wants to stop it. ना रोकना चाहते हैं ना कुछ, and they are actually fueling the damn thing. Now when you connect this to HTS का ये जो recently सीरिया में चीजें हुई हैं, the Sunni part of the HTS was fighting with Pakistanis. The Shia resistance was fighting with Pakistanis. तो यहाँ की बैटल वहां पर, और अभी वहां से बैटल वापस आ रही है इधर पे. यहाँ पर अभी ठोकम ठोकाई शुरू होती है, और खुर्रम में जब भी झगड़ा होता है, they are bloody killing 100, 120, 140 people in one shot, यार.
Yeah. See, why would somebody want peace between the Shias and the Sunnis at this point of time? Given Iran is at war with Israelis, why do you think that will happen? So this conflict will be fueled more. And आप मुझे आपको याद है I used to tell you that this Lashkar Toiba is fighting right in Middle East also. So ये जो STS में ये उर्दू स्पीकिंग है ये कौन है? लश्कर तैयबा वाले तो हैं. The connect between HTS and Lashkar Toiba, you can easily draw a parallel between two them, na? So how come they are fighting in Syria? They are fighting there. ये कहाँ से पहुंच गए पाकिस्तानी वहां लड़ने के लिए? So basically, Pakistan has been exporting jihadis, no, against Iran. So Khurram Agency ka game is the bigger game because once it fuels up, it is right on the Iranian border.
Okay.
The Shia-Sunni conflict. The more Shia-Sunni conflict happens, the more flux happens in the Middle East. The Israelis get more guarantees towards not being attacked to themselves. Similar to the ISIS game. Right. So I'm not surprised. I don't see it dying down. I see it further fueling. इसमें तो पंगा ज्यादा होगा, ये कम थोड़ी ना होगा, क्योंकि ईरान इज द मॉर्टल एनिमी राइट नाउ. और कौन है? तो दैट इज इट. So how do you take down your mortal enemy? Create conflict.
They create conflict what? Are they trying to suck in Iran into Pakistan?
They are trying to suck in Iran into everywhere where the Shia population is. They are basically going to fight Iran everywhere. Now, since the Iranians are on a run in Syria, Assad is on a run, Iranian is on a run. So obviously they will try to do that. They will suck them in. Why did Iran carry a nuclear surgical strike on Pakistan? Because Iranians knew the trouble Pakistanis were making. So that is going to continue. So Iran is the target. So obviously Shia is the target.
That one can make out, क्योंकि जिस तरह से
तो Shia is the target.
हाँ, जिस तरह से चीजें आगे जा रही है, ईरान is next on the menu because अगर आप देखो ईरान का जितना भी it has been rolled up, वो जो जितना भी इसके proxies थे, सबको अभी मतलब they're trying to roll it in. They're trying to roll.
So they are basically going to finish off the Iranian influence in the Middle East. That is what they're going to do.
वो तो pretty much done है. It's already finished. Hezbollah is cut off. Hamas is. By the way, can you imagine ISIS declared? ISIS guys जरा ये सुनना, ठीक है? और कोई जिसको जरा थोड़ा सा दिल का दौरा शरा हो मुझे माफ करना, क्योंकि ये न्यूज़ आपको शॉक करेगी. आईसिस ने डिक्लेयर करा है कि हमास इज अ टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. कर लो बात.
यार ये नॉनसेंस है. This is, you know, this is nothing. This is nonsense. This is pure unadulterated nonsense. just for consumption to low level jihadis. Nothing else. They are all one. हमास के रैंक में आईसिस भी फाइट कर रहा था. 2 आईएस के भी फाइटर्स मरे थे 7 अक्टूबर को. सो दिस स्टेटमेंट फ्रॉम आईएसएस इज कंप्लीटली नॉनसेंस. ये जो इनको लगता है ना बेवकूफ बनाएंगे सारी दुनिया को बैठ के. एवरीबॉडी इज अ फूल. Everybody is not a fool. We're not going to buy your nonsense.
But can you imagine they actually
know what it is.
Put out shit like this and actually say ISIS says.
तो they say Taliban is also a terrorist organization. Taliban को भी गाली निकालते हैं.
तालिबान को भी निकालते हैं.
अल-कायदा को भी बोलते हैं. हाँ तो वो they want to be the pure Salafist kind of thing. They think this bullshit of playing around is going to work. It is not going to work. There is a very thin line in this.
This is called when your heads are cracked the wrong direction.
Your heads are cracked the wrong direction.
But you know,
that is what it
I'm
is.
quite interested in you detailing a little more into the factor कि आप बोल रहे हो खुर्रम एजेंसी के अंदर जो ये शिया सुन्नी का गेम चल रहा है, this is basically suck in Iran. Now ये बड़ा interesting सा आपने चीज बोली है, because अभी तक at least on my channel we've not discussed this sort of a thing. Iran is interesting. So are you trying to say that now Iran will be pushed into a battle sort of a scenario or a proxy war sort of a scenario with Pakistan? So
yeah, they are.
If you look at it, I mean, let me just थोड़ा सा 2 + 2 4 लगा के दिखाता हूँ मैं. पाकिस्तान अगर ईरान के साथ घुसेगा तो obviously he will not have the bandwidth to do stuff with India. ठीक है, वो जो 1-2 जिहादी इधर उधर भेजेगा, ठीक है, भेजेगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. But he won't have that bandwidth क्योंकि Iran is not an easy this thing. Iran is pretty solid. उसको he'll have to put all his energy and focus towards that side, and as it is पाकिस्तान के अंदर भी बैंड बज रही है, तो इतना उसके पास नहीं रहेगा. Is that why Bangladesh was done?
Obviously, see, the problem is Iranians have the Zibayim Brigade. Do you know the Zibayim Brigade? I'm pretty sure you know about. So they're already in Pakistan. They're already on the Pak-Afghan border, on the Balochistan. They're everywhere. So they have always been clashing with the Sunni tribals and the Sunni militia groups on this side. So that fight is already on. So wahan bhi Khurram mein bhi the Zibayun is being backed by Iran, and these are being backed by the tribals. Now TTP is getting into the picture, ISKP is getting into the picture, everybody is getting into the picture. LET is getting into the picture, everyone is getting into the picture. And if you look at vis-a-vis India, yeah, they don't need to do anything, because if you look at what is happening in Bangladesh and these Pakistani jihadis, the ecosystem they have created in Bangladesh and around that region.
By the way, let me say this is not
ये बहुत पुराना है.
1973 से चल रहा है ये.
हाँ, ये 90 से चल रहा है, ये बहुत पुराना है, नया नहीं है. And now they are in a position to move resources from Bangladesh side more than they want to do from Pakistan. Pakistan is done up on this side, so now the Bangladesh front will open. So it's very, very, I mean, it's 2 + 2 is equal to 4, very simple in this.
Because the use of Bangladesh, जो Americans ने अगर ये use करा है to create this problem, just to St. Martin Island, fair enough, okay, fine. It doesn't make that much sense to me. And मेरे को जो
St. Martin makes sense to me. Vis-a-vis China, it makes. I'll tell you. Vis-a-vis China, it makes sense to me.
भाई आपके पास और भी जगह है, और वियतनाम है, फिलीपींस है, इतनी सारी जगह है.
नहीं, if you look at Myanmar and if you look at the deep, rare earth mineral जो वहाँ excavation हो रहा है, which basically the Chinese are doing and processing and sending to the US, the Americans would not mind directly doing it and taking it from the port from St. Martin's and supplying it there. So they want to cut off China from that equation.
Fair enough. I'll take your point.
For that, second thing. The Pakistani jihadis are done. कहाँ लड़ेंगे? They're fighting everywhere. They're fighting in the whole world. India के लिए कितने बच गए उनके पास? They don't have that much of strength.
That's the point.
They have been infiltrating, setting up networks inside India for a very long time, which I am very sure that our security agencies know, but they have gone under radar, right? This Bangladeshi problem is not a problem of Bhukhmari. It has a bigger connotation to it. It has a national security angle to it. So now they have prepared them. Okay. Second thing is, once you prepare them, then it's very difficult for us to point a finger every time saying that Pakistan is a terrorist nation. Now we have to start saying that Bangladesh is a terrorist nation.
Bangladesh is a terrorist nation.
तो उसको
narrative reset करना पड़ता है आपको.
हाँ, तो उसको establish करना भी इतना आसान नहीं हो जाएगा. You will again have to work on this. You will have to draw the parallels. You have to draw lines, right? Yeah. So it's going to be a difficult task. And then with this advent of ISIS and AQIS coming back, this global terrorism is something we have to be very, very careful about in drawing its links with Pakistan. Because now they will say, take your hands off and say, यार ये तो global है, हम क्या कर सकते हैं इसमें? वहाँ भी जर्मनी में भी मरते हैं तो हम क्या करें? हमारा कोई रोल नहीं है इसमें, right? So it's very difficult to nail these buggers. That's why.
Now this is a very interesting, guys. I've been always wondering, कि भाई, what is the real reason behind Bangladesh? क्या है? What is the real reason behind Bangladesh? And you must understand, just to idhar-udhar doesn't make sense. So it's basically to create a long-term bloody jihadi sort of a this thing. And remember one thing, एक चीज हम बहुत बारी बोल चुके हैं, and I'm going to repeat it. Wherever Americans के interest होते हैं, वहाँ पर ये Sunni jihadi groups automatically just come up there, and that's how they kind of work. Right, so that's something that we need to understand very, very clearly. आप जहां पर भी देखो American interest जहां पर बढ़ेगा, एक सुन्नी जिहादी ग्रुप वहां खड़ा हो जाएगा, and there you go, they will start doing all this sort of nonsense. Even in Africa, they're doing the same thing. In Southeast Asia, they're doing the same thing. In this region, they're doing
everywhere. They're doing the same.
Yep, this is
everywhere they're doing the same.
Yeah. But how long will they be able to sustain it in a country like Bangladesh, which is 3 sides surrounding to us, dependent on us on food and water and everything? देखो पाकिस्तान को तो फिर भी ये कुछ ना कुछ दे दू के कुछ कर देते हैं. बांग्लादेशियों को सप्लाई करना बड़ा मुश्किल है इनके लिए. It's not that easy.
तो सप्लाई क्या करना है? वेपन ही तो सप्लाई करना है, और क्या सप्लाई करना है? वो म्यांमार से करेंगे ना उनको फीड,
वो ये
म्यांमार
ना
से
थोड़ा,
फीड करेंगे।
अब आपने म्यांमार का बॉर्डर अगर ब्लॉक कर दिया तो वो गड़बड़ है ना फिर।
हाँ, बट आप सारा बॉर्डर तो नहीं ब्लॉक कर पाओगे ना, you will not be able
271
to do that.
271 किलोमीटर तो ब्लॉक्ड है उसका, the
हाँ,
access is cut off,
271 blocked है। हाँ, but
the
why
access
do you
is cut.
think the Arakan, why do you think the Arakan army was playing in Teknaf region?
So वही है ना, I mean you have to play this इधर उधर का game so that you can kind of figure out how to this thing. Lastly, मैं आपसे एक
And if the Americans get a base in Saint Martin, then if they don't rule it, I'm just saying, if they get a base in Saint Martin, right, then supplies is not a problem. Then the supply issue is done.
That's there. But I don't think so, यार. I think they will. You know, Americans' plans have never worked. एक जगह पे मेरे को दिखा दो जहां पर Americans का प्लान ढंग से चला हो. It just doesn't
पता
work.
नहीं यार, for them it is working perfectly. For us it might not work, but for them it is working perfectly. They are able to get what they want to do.
कहाँ यार? They failed everywhere.
कितने अमेरिकी मर गए यार?
हाँ?
कितने अमेरिकी मर गए? How many Americans have died in this war? How much have they lost? What have they lost?
पता नहीं यार, मेरे
Who is losing?
इतना ये बड़ी बातें करके आता है डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प, बोलता है भैया मैं one day I will switch off Ukraine, one day.
He might switch off Ukraine. He might switch off Ukraine. I am not into this that he might not switch off. He might switch off Ukraine, but he might keep other things on.
I don't think he can switch off Ukraine.
I think he will.
Why? There are white jihadis. There are white jihadis in Ukraine.
No, let there be white jihadis. हाँ, तो they will die a very bad death.
They are like Azov battalion and this and that. They are worse than these jihadis. Oh.
हाँ, but once, see, the problem is the battalion can only survive now when you have means of coming in. Once your money dries up, what will you eat?
वो भी है.
You will make bullets out of what?
Yeah? Let's see. I mean, how the Americans are going to be successful and stuff like that. Let's see. It's going to be very, very easy. Very interesting to find out because ये long term game है. It's not a short term game.
No, it's a long term game.
Yeah, it's a very long term game. छोटा सा और सवाल, आसिम मुनीर बचेगा कि कोई ठोक देगा उसको भी आके?
यार मैंने आसिम मुनीर का बोला है, he wants to be the Zia, let him be the Zia. I'm not gonna say much. He thinks he's Zia Ulak 2.0. Let him be Zia Ulak 2.0. Let's see how the deal with Imran goes. That will depend on what Asim Munir will be, a Musharraf or a Zia.
भैया अगर ये इमरान खान बाहर आ गया तो as I am
वही देखना है मुझे कि इमरान खान किन कंडीशंस पे बाहर आता है. वो that is what I am waiting for. ठीक
है. I mean the point is it's really interesting that as I am Munir, you know, and guys, I must say, you know, a lot of people get frustrated at Bangladesh that India कुछ कर नहीं रहा, but must understand, look at Russia, look at Israel, look at all these countries.
But क्या करना चाहिए? रोज सुबह व्हाट्सएप प्रसार भारती पे अनाउंस करना चाहिए क्या कर रहा है? Are you serious guys? Come on.
यार सुबह I was in a bloody sarcastic mood. तो मैं सुबह से आप मेरे ट्वीट्स पढ़ो ना, I was hardcore sarcasm. मैंने बहुत sarcastic.
अच्छा भाई मैंने पढ़ा नहीं है, but I can sense that people don't understand what is happening. But, you know, they are expecting that.
People.
Acha, you have written something.
I said, yaar.
I'm sorry, मैंने नहीं देखा.
Raw and this thing. You guys need to send WhatsApps to everybody in the country so that people understand. Like, yaar.
Acha, you said that. Oh, interesting.
I was being sarcastic, man. I was in a sarcastic mood. मैं मस्ती में था. मैं चुपचाप है.
हाँ, even my comment was also very sarcastic, saying that क्या करना चाहिए, WhatsApp भेजेगा क्या आपको, या रोज रेडियो प्रसार भारती पे रोज सुबह अनाउंसमेंट करेगा कि हम क्या कर रहे हैं क्या नहीं कर रहे.
मेरा पॉइंट थोड़ा डिफरेंट था. अगर आप देखो, Russians waited for 8 long years before they hit Ukraine. 8 long years. 14,000 Russians died. Then they started doing something.
No, and know, what reason you have to hate Bangladesh, Abhi?
At the moment, you don't have anything.
Just so. That's it. Case closed.
Yeah. That's true. अच्छा, एक और सजेशन आया, ईमेल कर देना चाहिए कम से कम.
That is a good idea. Well, NSCS should take everybody's email and send it. Good idea.
ओए सब लोग एक काम करते हैं यार, लेट्स कलेक्ट ऑल आवर ईमेल आईडीज एंड दोवल साहब के ऑफिस के बाहर रख के आ जाएंगे। साहब ये लो सारे सबके ईमेल आईडी आप सबको ईमेल
हमको रोज ब्रीफ कर दिया करो, हमको रोज सुबह ब्रीफ किया करो क्या हो रहा है।
Alright guys, please like
Stupidity
the
or
video
something.
यार, subscribe to the channel. It's okay man, I mean come on. You know,
I know, it's laughable.
strategic
I
affairs
know.
and this and that थोड़े से टेढ़े होते हैं and you do get frustrated. There's no question. I can understand where people are coming from. It is frustrating when you see stuff around your country, you see threats.
No,
which you
no,
do
this
not-
is they are actually falling to this left narrative of saying, oh, India lost Bangladesh, India lost this. वो लेफ्टियों का narrative है जो आप लोग दिल को ले रहे हो यार, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. Don't fall for
साहब
that narrative.
ऐसे तो we lost Maldives, we got it back. We lost Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka, we got it back. We lost Nepal, we got it back.
नहीं
So-
सबसे बेस्ट क्या था? We are losing to China. Now China has
we're
gone back.
losing to China.
अबे यार।
So we're losing to China. It's okay. Relax, guys. Calm down.
Yeah. Military and strategic affairs always take time. They're not a zero-sum game. It takes a long time. And a lot of people put that narrative out कि भाई China तो जीत जाएगा, ये हो जाएगा, it's 10 feet tall. We kept saying on
Let's
this
see.
channel, it's not. They will go back. And Chinese did go back. There you go.
And today they are cooperating with us on many things,
Many
which is
things.
good.
Hashtag many things, huh?
Hashtag, which is good.
All right. Like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel and spread the word. 366,000. I think we should be touching in 367 by now. आपकी सब मदद से थैंक यू सो मच. एंड ऑफ कोर्स आप लोग इस चैनल की तरफ कंट्रीब्यूट भी कर सकते हैं या फिर पेपैल या फिर सुपर स्टिकर सुपर चैट्स. आई वाज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू चेक हाउ मेनी लाइक्स आर देयर. देयर आर 3,500 people watching and 1,400 likes. Okay, fair enough. We can cross 1,500. 50% से तो ऊपर कर ही सकते हैं यार. पासिंग मार्क तो दे दो भाई. हमारे स्कूल में ना, मेरे जो प्रोफेशनल स्कूल था, जो भी था, मतलब जब मैं काम करना शुरू किया था, हमको जो छोटे मोटे एग्जाम होते थे उसमें 60% पासिंग होता था. तो यार पास तो करा दो यार. Alright, chalo, let's get into questions and let's take some comments. But before that, I want to acknowledge a lot of members that have joined in today. Prakash Thakkar ji, Murali ji, Sana Vichar ji, Mohan Joshi ji, and Yash ji. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining in as a member. Very kind of you. Ashish Jain Saab has a twister. AIM highlighted in his discussion with Kushal. Okay.
Kushal Mehra.
Modi government is totally took his hands off on supporting Balochistan, which Sidhu was doing. It is not a mistake on our end for not supporting Baloch. And you believe what he said?
I don't know how we took our hands off. I really don't know. And
I
where
don't
have
know
we
it.
took our hands off? I don't think so. Because on the contrary, if you look at the Balochi movement, which is resonating globally, you know,
It
India
wasn't
has its
resonating.
blessing.
It wasn't resonating
so-
before. Now it is. And यार एक चीज मैं आपको बताऊं. You know, somebody mailed me about this as well. I said this to him, and I'm going to say this to you as well. पहले जमाने में strategic affairs and covert operations were not kept covert. ठीक है, they were discussed right in the open. That's why we used to fail so much. Let me say this one thing very clearly. ठीक है, Manmohan Singh went to Egypt and spoke about this Balochistan operation.
Sharbal Sheikh.
शाबल शेख में जाके उसने बात कर दी थी इसके बारे में. This was the level of intelligence that our leaders had at that time. ठीक है, धेले की अकल नहीं थी, if I may say that. And I you know,
Morarji Desai told Pakistanis, we know about your nuclear.
What did IK Gujral do?
So yeah.
What did IK Gujral
So even if
do?
we have taken our hands off, it doesn't matter. You know why? Because the Balochis are doing a fantastic job. As long as they do the job, man, it doesn't matter. So doesn't matter. Okay.
And a lot of people said this, that Afghanistan, we will have a problem. This, that, dan. Bossy,
No problem.
look at Taliban today. And if you think that has happened without covert operations,
So that is what they called covert.
Yeah. Samurai ji, thank you so much. He says, sir, Imran Khan ko hang nahi karna Asim Munir ki sabse badi galti thi, aur USA was saving him as a precautionary measure.
See, it is not Pakistan of 1970s where Bhutto could have been hanged. Imran Khan ko hang karna was Pakistan's would be burning and would have been done it's not easy to hang Imran Khan because Imran is not somebody who's a local leader. Imran has a substantial global powers behind him. Imran has a very strong Western lobby behind him. So if he would have hanged Imran Khan, Asim Munir and his own family would have to go to Mars. Nobody would have given them anything on any kind of refuge on the world. So it's not easy to hang Imran Khan. So when everybody was saying that Imran is gonna go, that is why I said this man is very strong. He's not gonna go.
Well
He's
said.
still in the game.
Well said. I mean, Asim Munir will not have a place to show his face if something happens to Imran Khan.
जो अगली 7 पीढ़ियां उसकी कहीं नहीं दिखनी आसिम मुनीर की हाथ नहीं आता.
Osho ji, thank you so much. 1980s USSR, 2000s USA, 2020s Pakistan. When?
Already happened. We have said this twice. Yeah, Pakistan is just a geographical Pakistan. As a country, it has disintegrated. It is already finished. There's nothing left in Pakistan. All the parameters of a country are over in Pakistan. It's just a geographical standing which is called Pakistan. Nothing more than that. So Pakistan is done. Matter of time.
ओशो साहब शुरू में जाइए. हमने तो वीडियो दिखा दिया. होम मिनिस्टर खुद बोल रहा है भैया हम नहीं बात करेंगे पश्तूनों से.
हाँ, हम नहीं बात करेंगे. They are Afghanis, so they are already done, yaar. It's a matter of time. Look, as long as the last drop of blood is not squeezed by the people who have invested in Pakistan, the geographical boundaries will not break, which is another 15 years at least. So let's see, 7 to 15 years.
Nice. Jain Saab, once again, thank you. What are the Pakistanis up to with ICBM? They want to go after China and the US, and the two will allow it just like that. Pakistanis want to commit harakiri.
Neither the Chinese nor the US will let them have this ICBMs this time. Okay? And the Pakistanis, I don't know how they are training and getting this technology in, and which is the country which is helping them out. I think I have a suspicion that Turkey is behind this.
Yeah.
The Turks might be helping them out, right? But I don't think the Pakistanis are going to get ICBMs. They are not going to do that stupidity.
I know.
The world will not let Pakistanis have it.
I know.
And if Pakistanis get ICBM, if Pakistan gets ICBM, Pakistan will have an internal war so bad, I cannot tell you. Suddenly, Iran will become very powerful and Pakistan will become very dangerous. You will see that happening. The Shias will be the sweethearts of the Americans, and the Sunnis will be.
नीरू जी, आप राम कहानी खत्म होगी, आप पूछ रामायण पूरी खत्म होगी, आप पूछ रहे हो रामायण कौन है? कह रही कब स्प्लिट होगा पाकिस्तान? आप प्लीज थोड़ा सा रिवाइंड करके देखिए मैम, इसको हमने ऑलरेडी बात करी है इसके बारे में.
अभी मैंने इसका जवाब दिया.
Ashwin ji, thank you so much. How can we destroy Pakistan's black economy? Not talking about the narco money. If that is destroyed, Pakistan is truly finished. Since 80%.
That's a very good question. That's a very good question, but I think the Afghans are the ones who will destroy it, number one. They will take it down. और पाकिस्तान की black economy इतनी आसानी से नहीं टूटेगी. This is the last economy they have, standing economy, क्योंकि I'll tell you why. Because the jihadis are needed by the Western world. And Pakistan is a jihadi factory. इसलिए इसकी black economy नहीं टूटेगी and इसकी black economy अभी चलती रहेगी. इसकी black economy अफगान तोड़ेंगे मगर अभी टाइम है उसमें.
अफगान तोड़ेंगे कि टेक ओवर करेंगे?
जब टेक ओवर करेंगे तो तोड़ेंगे ना, इनकी टूट गई.
Osho sahab, once again, thank you. Raja ji, remember I suggested Trump, Bangladesh, like Turkey in Myanmar. Turkey, huh? Turkey,
no, China in Myanmar. It's a Chinese flag. It looks like Chinese flag to me. It's too small on my phone screen. Chinese lag raha hai. Let's see. Look, yaar, don't think Trump is going to be. I have my own doubts when it comes to American deep state. Let's see how it works out. अभी तो काफी पंगा होने वाला है. But let's see what happens. We are interested aligned somewhere else, not with Trump.
Yeah. Pratham ji, thank you so much. Aadi bhai, the next problem will be from Nepal border. Are there any plans of fencing the India-Nepal border apart from the disputed area?
I don't think that the entire fencing is on the line. I don't think it is happening. And then there are a few areas which cannot be fenced along the Tarai also. It cannot be done. But yeah, if we talk about tightening it, yes, we should be looking at further tightening that border. So yes, I agree. That's what I've written on. My last piece is on that. You can go on my Twitter and read that piece if you want.
Tarai ke bare mein, he's actually written a very nice article, guys. You must read it. Ruthvik ji, thank you so much. Aadi, Home Minister, Center both should be the police or the army officer to understand micro, macro solutions for internal security along with public awareness. Yeah, well,
Both.
I agree. He's saying there should be armed forces people who are little more aware about security connotations than civilians. So the Home Minister
Obviously, yes.
in the state and the center both should be this thing. I agree with that.
Look,
Absolutely.
at the end of the day, it is not the minister who runs the country, and it's the bureaucrat sitting down who runs the country.
Yeah.
So they come from every walk of life. Really doesn't matter.
Batiwala Saab says, Aadi, Pakistan ka khatna hoga ki halal?
अब इसका मेरे पास जवाब है, बट मैं आपको ऑनलाइन नहीं दे सकता. The third gender has nothing like that, so can't
Nothing
have
like
it. Thank you. So that's the only decent answer I can give.
Rajesh ji says, will Pakistan use Air Force against the Pashtuns as a last resort, desperate move to claim their territory, mass killing by the Pakistani army? Pakistani army will get full support from the US.
No, the Pakistani army will not get a full support from the US. Number one. Number two, if the Pakistanis use the Air Force, then they have to be ready for suicide bombers coming into their Air Force bases. So will Pakistan take that risk? Let's see. तीसरा यार Air Force के लिए जहाज के लिए पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे? कितना उड़ाएंगे? Where is the money gonna come from?
भाई पिछली बार ही बोला था इन लोगों ने, तुम कुछ करोगे ना तुम्हारी बीवियां उठा के ले जाएंगे हम लोग.
So it's I don't think इन्होंने किए Air Force बलोचिस्तान में इन्होंने हेलीकॉप्टर्स यूज किए हैं, तीरा वैली में इन्होंने लास्ट ईयर यूज किए थे, but that's about it. उसके ऊपर नहीं जाते. And don't forget that what was that?
No,
something flew.
Yeah.
So don't forget that TTP and all those are also armed with shoulder to surface to air missiles, shoulder fired.
Who gave them?
They have to,
who gave the Afghanis air defense?
Americans. आधे तो Americans ने छोड़े, बाकी पता ही हमको रशिया ने थोड़े बहुत दिए. Americans have given them.
की राह की साजिश होगी.
नहीं तो उन्होंने बाय भी तो किए हैं. They just bought few. ठीक है, तो उनके पास है, they have air defense, so Pakistanis it will not be easy to bomb them like that. अभी उन्होंने इनका ड्रोन भी तो गिराया था.
Amar Sareen ji says, will Imran coming in power, will it improve Pakistan-Taliban relations? Will it be against India's interests in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I don't think Imran will be coming out and directly coming into power. Okay, that is the arrangement which is being worked out. Imran might come out, but giving him power immediately is not something which is on the cards, at least from the Pakistani establishment side. So let's see where it goes. And look, even if Imran Khan comes out and stays in power in 2 years, Pakistanis will be disillusioned with him because he doesn't have a magic wand.
Jain Saab, how do you see this? Thank you so much. How do you see the situation in Iran after the fall of Assad? Analysts feel that Iran is a security risk and now may try to go nuclear.
They still don't have the capability to harness the nuclear thing. What I now see is that Trump might actually give Israelis the equipment to finish that bomb, which the Americans have. It's a specific, मुझे भूल गया वो स्पाइस का एक नंबर है, which is bunker busting.
Moab bunker buster.
MOA जो उसने यहाँ यूज किया था अफगानिस्तान में. Right. I would not be surprised if Trump actually sanctions that to the Israelis, saying that please strike. That is a real possibility with Trump coming into power.
Yeah, you never know.
So that is what will happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Osho साहब, thank you. पाकिस्तान यदि अफगानिस्तान पर चढ़ाई करे तो शस्त्र भंडार कितना बचेगा?
शस्त्र भंडार किसका कितना बचेगा? सवाल वो है मेरा. आप किसकी बात कर रहे हो? और पाकिस्तान अगर अफगानिस्तान पे चढ़ाई करे तो बिस्मिल्लाह, कब करेगा? जल्दी करे. हम तो इंतजार कर रहे हैं.
वेट कर रहे हैं यार.
हम तो वेट कर रहे हैं. पाकिस्तान किसी पे चढ़ाई नहीं कर सकता सिवाय अपने लोगों के. वो अपने लोगों पे ही चढ़ाई करता है, वो भी मजलूम पंजाबी पे, और किसी पे नहीं करता.
वो भी पीट के आते हैं उसके बाद साले.
वो भी वहां से भी पीट के मार खा के आते हैं. So ये तो भूल ही जाओ, अफगानिस्तान पे वो चढ़ाई करेगा.
Shaunak Bhattacharya ji, thank you. Like Kashmir is defined by her winter, Bangladesh is defined by her monsoon and cyclone. Every major event in Bangladesh happens that has deep roots in the storm before. Yeah, you're very, very right. Very, very insightful comment. Well done.
Yes, very true.
Rutvik ji, thank you. UK needs the war to
NDS, RDS.
sustain. Needs war to sustain. EU pays 2x oil, 2x USA
USA
oil
oil.
to end war. Oh yeah, basically UK needs the oil to sustain itself, and EU is paying twice the amount of money to America for its oil needs. I
Let's
won't
see.
be so sure because EU is buying a lot of oil from us, and recent reports suggest that even America is buying oil from us. So
The Americans were buying the Russian oil from us from all through Russia-Ukraine war, यार.
बीच
कब से
में
करी?
नहीं बीच में बंद कर दिया था because they had opened up from Venezuela, but now again they
हाँ तो
started.
फिर से वो ले रहे हैं. हाँ तो फिर से ले रहे हैं.
MPC's up. Thank you so much. After a while, what are you saying? I saw Raftar podcast where they are projecting Pakistani economy to is going to be boom, and will even provide food to 25 crore Indian poor.
यार आई वुड रियली लाइक टू नो ये रफ्तार के पॉडकास्ट पे किसने ये बात बोली है, बिकॉज जो रफ्तार का पॉडकास्ट मैं देख रहा हूँ उसमें जितने मैंने देखे हैं उसमें तो सारे पाकिस्तानियों को ही गालियां पड़ती हैं कि हम तो कुछ भी नहीं कर पा रहे. आई डोंट नो which guy. नहीं, Shabar Dazi is not going to make this comment. Shabar Dazi is very critical of the Pakistanis. He takes them to task like anything. Right, but I don't know कि यार कौन सा 25 करोड़. अच्छा अब मैं समझा. वो पता है क्या बोल रहे हैं? वो बोल रहे हैं फ्यूचर में 25 करोड़ पाकिस्तान की पॉपुलेशन है, वो हिंदुस्तानी गरीब है, उन्हीं को खाना खिलाएंगे. बेसिकली अपने लोगों की बात कर रहे हैं. हाँ ठीक है ठीक.
Osho Saab, once again, thank you. Trump, Bangladesh like Vietnam in Myanmar. Trap Bangladesh like Vietnam in Myanmar.
Look, let's see. It's too early to comment which way it is going to swing. The game is much
Still
much
on.
bigger.
Yeah.
It's just shaping up.
Updates on Sindhu Desh.
Nothing of that sort of thing.
Right.
Nothing. No.
Jain Saab, once again, thank you. Why do you think Russia gave up on Assad?
Yeah, Russia is too embroiled. No, he's not only useless. Yeah, Russia के पास इस वक्त resources नहीं है to give away ना. They are embroiled in this. The Russians might not have given up, but what do Russians do? Either they take a hit in mainland and reinforce Assad, or they take care of their own war. So that is why they couldn't do much for the Assad army. And then Assad is also to be blamed because look, the way Assad's army folded and the way ANDSF folded is parallel. जैसे अफगानिस्तान में फोल्ड हुई थी ना ANDSF, और जैसे असद की आर्मी फोल्ड हुई है, बिल्कुल सेम पैटर्न. इज एब्सोल्युटली सेम. देयर इज नो डिफरेंस. Same pattern.
What will it be called in the future after Hiramandi breaks down?
Let's see what it will be called. We'll see what happens.
That's a good question.
Where boss. We'll see who takes what.
जरा उनसे भी पूछना जरा ये सवाल.
हाँ तो देखेंगे. हाँ उनको पूछना, वो बताएंगे.
उन्होंने नाम रखा है ना, तो उनसे ही पूछना पड़ेगा. कौन है भाई?
उनको ही पूछेंगे.
Purohit Saab says question will be the problem of any mandis. Question will be will the problem of Bangladesh be solved, or are we going to have a permanent enemy like Pakistan on the west side of India? I'm really worried. We spoke about this.
Look, Bangladesh is going to be a problem. Yeah.
Batraji, what is the end game of the Middle East and Iran? How early can we see a redrawing of the borders, or other this muddle will continue with no end in sight?
Which redrawing of borders are you talking about? Which borders are you talking about redrawing?
I have a theory that I've put out. It's just a theory that I think that certain borders will be redrawn in the Middle East. Kurdistan and this and that will get formed. So you'll have to have certain redrawing. Israel is already redrawn its borders.
I don't think Kurdistan will be formed. I'll tell you why. Because neither Jolani nor the Turkish will let those Kurds survive. The Peshmergas will be slaughtered. It is going to be in the flux. देखो ये जहादियों लड़वाओगे कहाँ इन जहादियों को? किसके अगेंस्ट लड़वाओगे?
That's a problem.
The only border which is now coming into is the Greater Israel. If you remember the Greater Israel plan, that is the only thing which is coming in play right now. If you see the Israelis, they have gone over the Golan Heights and gone down, which is about 30 kilometers off Damascus now. ठीक है, so the Israeli borders will increase. I don't see Kurdistan coming into play. I see a conflict there, and Iranians will be very, very careful now. They have to be very careful because they will have a pressure from that side, and they will have a pressure from Iraq. They will have a pressure from, and now Iraq will also flare up. Now wait for Muqtada al-Sadr to come into play. He was very quiet. He started playing last year. He started coming back into political picture last year. He's coming back into power. He is one who's being propped up against the Khomeinis. So let's see how that works out. So al-Sadr is going to be a very central figure in Iraq now. If the Iranians don't assassinate him.
Gilani said that I want the Turks, the Kurds to be there. Abhi tak that's what is
यार वो उसके बोलने से हाँ, but will the Turks allow it?
That's the whole point. If the Turks go after them, there you go. You've had it. Americans will break them. Because
last time also, no, the Americans last time ditched the Kurds like hotcakes here.
Yeah,
Americans don't care.
They've got radar stations in that Kurds area. So
but I don't see a very bright future for Kurds. And I see the Turkish pushing from one side and Gilani. And I don't know how long Gilani is going to be there. Wait till the ISIS and the... No, because they will fight. This territory is hotly contested between Al-Qaeda and ISIS. And ISIS will surface in that area. वहाँ लड़ाई होगी.
ISIS is there, yeah. 10,000 तो fighters Kurds ने पकड़ के रखे हुए हैं. If the Kurds fall, those 10,000 people will be out.
10,000 छोड़ दो. It's a 40,000 strong force in that area. Wait करो. Many of them just went back into public. They will now resurface. अभी ये करने देंगे इनको, but wait करो.
True.
Let's see.
How Pakistan put pressure on Iran because there is Baloch wall standing in the middle.
How will Pakistan put pressure on Iran? By exporting jihadis? What else? There is no other thing. Baloch wall might be there, but that is where we see most of the fighting between the Sistan, Balochistan, attacks on Iranians and IRGC and all that happening.
Jaishul Adal and all these guys. Patel ji, thank you so much. He says, I think extensive investment on China in Pakistan is good for India to cater for radicalization.
Extensive investment on China in Pakistan. How does that cater radicalization?
I am not sure how that.
Even I'm not sure. How would that cater radicalization?
Jain Saab, once again, thank you. I agree. Afghan and Syria may army folded the same way, but why? Corruption. Would you agree?
One, corruption, extremely corrupt, extremely ineffective, and third, completely dependent on the foreign powers and thing. So
correct.
That's why the Americans took the hand off. ANDSF folded. They were corrupt. They were paid. Americans paid Syrian army and told them to fold up. They folded up because the Russians were not. So as simple as that.
Yeah. MPC Saab, thank you. He says Hassan Abbas in TPE or Kaisar Bengali in Raftar. I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's talking about the Raftar one, who said Pakistani economy is getting better. वो पता है बेचारे रफ्तार ने क्यों किया होगा? I'll tell you. रफ्तार को यार बहुत notices आए हैं. They were asked by ISI to come and explain their position. उसके ओनर को उनने 5-6 जगह बुला के बड़ा कुछ किया, तो वो मंकी बैलेंसिंग के लिए sorry to use the word
Pakistan experience that bearded fat guy.
हाँ, वो बैलेंस करने के लिए वो idiots को लाया होगा जो ये stupidities bolte hain, but that is why Raftar is under a lot of pressure from Pakistan establishment.
Okay, I don't watch either of them. I've just seen one odd clip coming out of Shabar Zaidi, and I know Shabar Zaidi is good. Frustrated guy from Pakistan. उसका दिमाग खराब हो रखा है. वो गालियां निकाल के परेशान हो रखा है.
No, but he's somebody who gives you a very sometimes very good data also. He tells you, he takes on people like any. अब उसका एक हुआ था students के साथ, देखने वाला.
Okay, I haven't.
Very nice.
I haven't.
हाँ.
Pratham ji, thank you so much. Adi bhai, if Imran Khan again comes to power, he is weak. Pakistan will break into 4 parts early. Why not 5?
Why not 6? Or 7? Or 2? You don't know. Or 3 maybe. I see 3. Or could be 7. You never know. But see, if Imran comes into power, it is not going to break early. That's for sure. Okay. The consolidation, it will break, actually, it will take a bit more time because jihadi consolidation will happen in soft power. So it will be different.
But let me just say this as a closing note. Morally and on the ground, it might not have broken, but let me just say this: it's over.
I'm telling you, यार खाली geography बची है, बाकी खत्म है, वहाँ कुछ नहीं है. It's over.
It's over. And sorry, Shivam Bakshiji, thank you so much. He says Europe is being taken over by Islamists,
By extremists. Yeah, that's true. So, but Europe will fight that. So that's Europe's problem. Why should we be worried? They want to be taken over by whoever.
You've given a very nice thing. Europe needs to come out of the mindset that Europe's problems are the world's problems and the world's problems are not Europe's problems. Today, now they will understand what Jaishankar actually said.
Yeah, so it's their problem here. Why should we be worried? Let them suffer from whatever they want to suffer. Their choice, your karma.
Enjoy.
Whatever. Enjoy. Karo Ash.
In South India, in Karnataka, as they say, enjoy muddy.
Enjoy muddy. Enjoy.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Get well soon, brother. You're still a little down.
Thank you so much, sir. Thoda sir. It's okay.
And you will feel better by next Sunday's podcast, I'm sure. Jain Saab again asked, is Europe preparing for more such types? No, they are not.
You will see these things happening in Europe. One or two incidents happening. Look at the way they have, tried to say that, oh, he's an expert. Yeah, I don't want to go into that. Leave it around. So.
All right, sir. Take care. Stay safe. Get well.
Thank
soon.
you.
Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.
Jai Hind, bhai. Jai Bharat. Thank you.